So yes, I have used AI tools for building apps and projects and whatever, and you have too, and you still do. So what's the problem? Is it bad? Is it good? Seems to help you out, so why not? There's things to know about it though. I've used it over the years that I've been coding, like being a self-taught developer, I've been using it, and there's many things that you have to know about that. And the first thing is that you cannot not use it at all. And you probably just think that, yeah, this is common sense. Is that, yeah, of course, if you do not use it, then you're kind of missing out because the repetitive tasks that you're doing, like maybe you need to centerize a div and then have it display some kind of text, and you're not sure how to do that because you haven't studied HTML, but you know JavaScript very well, very well. Just go and make your AI tool, whatever it is, ChatGPT, just make it do that and just write the code and paste it in. Of course, the best way is to like understand what it's doing. But yeah, not using it at all just kind of sets you to do all the repetitive tasks and makes you very slow, especially because there's so many different forms of AI tools. There's, for example, Perplexity that can search the web for you and like um, find whatever information you need. So it's very helpful, and you cannot just not use it at all, right? Because that's also the thing, is that some people think that, actually, I don't want AI to take over. I'm going to use my brain. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm not going to use AI for any of my projects. And that becomes a problem because all of a sudden they're way slower than everybody else. And even with AI, you could use it to learn how to code, right? You just like walk step by step on the way. Of course, it can hallucinate a lot, that there's a lot of problems with that, but nonetheless it can be very helpful still. Now, what else? If you use it too much, or more specific, and you might think this as well, and some people actually do think this, which at least I don't think is the right solution, is that you think that the AI tool can solve like whatever, like it can just do the thing for you entirely. So like an app builder, for example, that can just entirely, in my opinion, I think that's just, it's not going to work out in the long run. uh, because I mean, they're flawed, right? You can hire, what is it called, Devin, for $8 an hour, and I'm not sure how effective that is, right? And so things like that, when you think, yeah, of course, AI is going to just do this, that's typically said by people who don't understand how the AI works underlyingly. And if you don't know how it works, the machine learning of it, you kind of start thinking, yeah, it's going to replace everybody, blah, blah, blah. And also, it happens when you just don't have much coding experience. You think, yeah, it could do all of my tasks. Why not? Uh, because you don't actually know what it's doing when it's spitting out these mega code files, which is very helpful. It's still like an innovation, and in the future is going to be very helpful, but nonetheless, it cannot do everything for you. And now another thing is that if you don't use it to learn, that's also kind of a negative too. So as I mentioned before, you can learn coding from AI, which is very helpful. And specifically in that you can ask for things to implement and then along the way learn. Like if you don't know much Python, you don't just say, okay, can you teach me things about Python? It's going to say random things and you just absorb them as though you're going to then spit them out on a test, on some test for the course, and then just forget about it. No, you're actually going to like learn through implementation. So if you have an app that you're building as a side project, you ask it, okay, how can I implement this? I'm not sure how to do that. It can break that down step by step and then actually help you with that, right? Actually help you with implementing something. And that's also another very beneficial use case, is that as you go through building a project, you know that you can actually become better in coding because you learn these different coding concepts. And as you implement things, even using AI, you can actually learn things as well. So that's very beneficial as well. Now, what is then the optimal approach? Well, of course, I just said about implementations and all these things, but generally, it's just using it as kind of guidance, as assistance, right? And in the sense that you know that it's flawed, and the most important thing, which is like not as commonly said, is that you should know how it works inside. That's very helpful when you know how it works within, and that you know that it's just a machine learning system. There's an algorithm there that's been like trained with data, and there's no special magic thing about it. and that when there's a reasoning model, it doesn't mean that it's actually thinking or something like that. It's just another token, right? And all these different concepts about machine learning, when you understand how it actually works, then you think, okay, it's a helpful tool, and then even that can help you get like better responses from it, because you know, okay, what if I use this word? It's going to like trigger a keyword in it so that it can understand what I'm talking about, like that, right? And so that can be very helpful. And if you didn't know before, all these AI tools are actually narrow AI, because there is this claim of artificial general intelligence that's never been achieved, because we don't actually have a like concrete definition of what that means, but it just essentially means as smart as a human, or can do many, many, many different tasks at the same time in different domains. Whereas ChatGPT and Claude and whatever you can call it, they're all in one domain, right? In the text kind of generation domain. Okay, there's imagery, okay, there's this, but they kind of all spit out a token trying to predict what is right? Whether it's an image token or whether it's a text token, they're just trying to spit out what's right. And when you understand that, you realize, yeah, it's just kind of a tool. It cannot be used to replace software developers or anything like that. Now, quickly, if you are developing something on the side, like a side project, I suggest you try Stellar AI to help you out with developing from start to finish and actually producing some kind of app that you're properly proud of and thinking, wow, I actually made this. It actually works and serves a purpose and solves a problem. If you would like to see that, you can sign up right now, link in the description, for completely free. And if it helps you out, that's amazing, because Stellar AI is in its early life. But it's a tool. It's not going to produce fireworks. So yeah.